Libra, welcome. This is Mary with Sayre. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. If you'd like to book a reading, you can. This is for December 24th through the 31st. I wanted to say July for some reason, 2019. So if you'd like to book a reading, please go to my to the description box. There's a link in there for my website. And if you feel inspired to donate, you can go to the description box. Also, there's a Venmo and PayPal link in there. And for everybody that's donated and booked readings, thank you so much. So, breathe. These are shaman cards. I had them for years, and I forget that I have them. So what we're going to do is they're two-sided. I'm just going to pick one while I'm not looking at them, and this is going to be the basis of your reading. There it is, right there. It is Beaver Moon. So this is the number 9. As you probably know, 9 is getting towards the end of a cycle. It's the energy of Sagittarius. It's in this group of baskets. It's called baskets, and it's an adult energy. So interesting, right? So it's like, to me, the basket group means, the things that we create, right? Art or things that we leave behind, that kind of thing. I am Beaver Moon. This is the moon of relationships with the same gender. Friendships can become close without being competitive or jealous. As you undertake your journey, I provide the stamina for long-distance travel. Unlimited possibilities will lead to growth in new areas of interest, such as education, philosophy, and spirituality. My nurturing will protect you from outside influences to allow you to achieve your full potential. I am teacher. I am Beaver Moon. Well, it would appear that somebody may be going on a quest of self-discovery. Interesting. But you are protected, so that's good. That always helps, right? So if I had leaf or dirt on me, I was outside raking the leaves. I said, I got to do these readings, and then I, before I get all finished cleaning the house and get ready for Christmas Eve, right? Okay, so here we go. We have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is energy. It's a water sign, feminine energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Somebody that is very loving, and shows it, isn't afraid to show it and be vulnerable, This person is kind of like, where do I want to go and give this cup to? Who do I want to love? And then we have the Six of Swords, and this is reversed. So this means, are we going back to somebody in the past? Maybe we're just looking at the past to look at how we love, too. It's part of the quest, maybe. 10 of Swords. And then, ow! Ooh, that hurt, right? Well, that was the end of the cycle, but it was a cycle of pain. And Betrayal. And the 10 of Swords is, well, it's not just betrayal. It was that we were there long enough to have 10 swords put in our back. I don't know if it's by the same person or by different people or whatever, but it was, so that's something to reflect on. And that's really, that whole quest thing is really important here. And then we have the Empress Reverse. The Empress Reverse, as we tell you all the time, all the readers, when she's upright, she's a divine feminine. When she's reversed, she's a distorted feminine. So people aren't always who they appear to be. They may command like they've got it all together, but this is funny. There may be a reason for that grandstand. Otherwise, they wouldn't have to portray themselves that way, right? This can also be a Taurus energy, just saying. Doesn't have to be, but it can be. But it can be any energy, because a queen has all of the signs in one, because she conquered all of those things when she's upright. When she's reversed, she has the power to do that, but whether she is or not, that's something else. Whether she is conquering those things or it does not look like at this time. that she's in that energy. So the next card is the Moon, and this is about uncovering the secrets, uncovering the things that are still in the dark. And maybe this is, okay, this is the things that are in the dark in your subconscious mind. It said no maybe, that's what they said there. There's no maybe there. It is uncovering those things. So it kind of feels like those are the things that may be keeping you in a distorted place. Not sure. I'm going to be gentle on that. Because going back to look at the pain, to look at the processes, to look at the relationships, what got us here, and how, whether whoever was distorted, whether it was somebody else that we chose and they became distorted, or whether we became somebody we weren't usually also. So that is almost like a two-sided card there. And uncovering the truth in those situations. Uncovering what's still hidden from you. That's still maybe running things from the background, you know. And that would be something in your childhood, Six of Cups reversed. This is something that does need to be reviewed. That is going back to this, to look at all this is really important. This is your quest. Six of Cups reverse is, it's not so nostalgic. It's memories that we don't want to think about. But it's the things that we don't want to see, or we say, oh, that couldn't possibly be it. That's it, you know. All right, so let's talk about the Queen of Cups here. It'd be the Two of Cups. So maybe there was somebody that you really loved, somebody that seemed really loving. Two of Cups is, well, they could say it's a twin flame, and it's whether you believe in that or not. It's completely up to you. It could be like a soulmate thing. It could be the person you felt like completed you and you never thought you'd be separated from. That you had such a deep connection. Could also be the other half of yourself, because you are Libra. We all have this duality anyway. But it could be this side of yourself that you may not have, I'm hearing acknowledging. Okay? Nine of Swords, this is about getting past the sleepless nights, getting back past all the processing, getting that behind you, but it's still showing up, so it's still being done. So yes, we want to put that behind us. We want to get to the next place, but there's something about the process. The processing needs to be done. It's like the paperwork. It's like the thinking, the investigation. It's not over. It's not time to just put it behind you. Not if there's healing. Not if not if real change is going to occur. Okay, Nine of Pentacles reversed, and this could be Earth sign. There's that Earth again. This is the ex-girlfriend, ex-wife. Doesn't have to be a female energy. Doesn't have to be Earth sign. But this is somebody who is dependent. It's like a codependent, in that they don't do well on their own. I don't know who this represents, but if this does represent you, that this part needs to be looked at, that you don't need somebody to complete you, that you have that to completely, you have it to complete yourself and then move forward, heal yourself and then move forward. Okay, that somehow, if we're just trying to fill that spot, we're missing it, we're missing ourselves. So let's talk about going back to where maybe we came from. That's the Six of Swords reversed. Going back to where we ran from. The place that didn't feel so safe. Interesting. The sun, let's shine the sun on it. Let's put a bright light on it and take a look. Wow, that's kind of amazing, right? King of Pentacles. Masculine energy. Grandfather, father figure. It's coming through father. Don't know why. You know, it's like a patriarch energy. but it's one of not, it's one that should be abundant, one that should be faithful, loyal, nurturing, but they're not. This is a scam artist and a king level contract. Runs deals. Yeah, like embezzlement, stuff like that. You wouldn't know it because they don't appear that way. Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Doesn't have to be. But somebody who appears to have abundance, but they don't. It's part of their game. It's part of how they present, because they know presentation is big. Is it big for you? How people present, maybe. 3 of Wands. So this is waiting for to receive your rewards. Still waiting, right? I think it's also looking at what you're waiting for. If you're waiting for this energy to return you something, or this energy to return you something, it's not going to be the return or the ships that we want, or think we want. So let's talk about the Ten of Swords, this energy, and being at the end of that cycle, and needing to release all that. Justice. This is actually your card, Libra. Justice. I don't know. Here's what I got. How is this just? How is this fair? I know what you're saying. This isn't fair. But there's something in here that is fair. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's because the choices we made. Therefore, see, I'm not judging. It's just what's coming through in the cards, please. It's like they want to hit it. Hit it where it makes you think. Hit it where it is. The stuff that's being missed, okay? If we stayed long enough to get 10 swords, was that fair? Was there balance there? What did we get in return for that? That's the thing. What was the payoff? So how was it balanced? Because something had to stay that long. Something had you stay that long to receive all those swords. What was the payoff? That's what needs to be looked at in that part. Okay, High Priestess. We could say that maybe we were taken by surprise, but I don't think that's true. That's not, it's that there was something that somebody didn't want to look at, okay? High Priestess means you weren't following your inner guidance. Somebody wasn't following their intuition. Somebody wasn't tapping into the knowledge that they have. That knowing that something's not right. So, being somewhere where you know something's not right and something's on the down low, and you don't want to look at it, is it fair to be deceived in that situation? What was the payoff for you? Because somehow, if we were to be honest with ourselves, we would say, I know that I was there for a reason. What is it? What was it? Why was I working with these people? 3 of Pentacles. Why was I working here? Why was I here? How did it serve me? There's something there. Okay, so let's talk about this Empress reverse energy, that distorted feminine. King of Wands. Okay, so let's talk about this fire sign. It doesn't have to be fire. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But this is somebody that's fearless. This is somebody that he's an entrepreneur. He's not afraid. He goes out there. He creates things. He's exciting. That has a lot of sexual energy. People want to move forward with that. People think that's what they want, right? You want to move towards it. I'm just going to say, somebody here wanted to move towards it. They made up their mind. They balanced themselves. That's what I want. I want that. Okay, Chariot. But then we have this place of this perpetual being shut out, this perpetual loss. This perpetual is 5 of Pentacles reverse. That's a cycle that keeps repeating. Okay. So here needs to be said because I'm being hit hard with this. This is something that you are not embracing in yourself, therefore you're looking for it in other people. It's not embracing the other side of yourself, like here. Looking for this excitement in other people. To feel that part of your life that you feel you don't have. But you do. You do. I know there's other things, but it comes down to sometimes our creative energy. Channeling our creative energy. That is blocked somewhere like your sacral chakra. So I might want to look up some information on that. Being creative will help you not to be so vulnerable to people like that. It'll help you channel it in a different way to be able to see it from a different perspective. Okay, 2 of Swords reversed. So here's the moon. This is uncovering what's still there in the darkness, right? The secrets. 2 of Swords reversed says, you get this a lot. Yes, you do. Okay, so no more blindfold. You can feel your way through this. You need to follow your intuition, and that's one thing that may still be not being followed. Moon is about intuition. If you're blinded and you don't know what to choose, you probably really know what to choose. You're just trying to get more information because you don't want to choose that. But you already know. Because your intuition already told you through the moon that something was wrong. Take action. Figure out what it is. But you doubt yourself, you see. So it's no action. But there's no time for that anymore. You know? I mean, I guess there's time as much as you want, but not if you want change. Page of Swords says, find out the truth. Do the research. Page of Swords. And that's air energy too. Okay, 9 of Wands. This is the player card. This is a swift action or okay, so this is on or off. Okay, passion, no passion. Right? We're taking passion in the wrong place. Reverse, it's a player card. So, cover the truth about the player energy, whatever that means to you. Whatever that means. It's that sacral energy. Okay, let's talk about the past. The dark past. That's what needs to be uncovered. You probably know what it is. You probably know what it is. You know what? Think of how much power that something unknown has. It's amazing how much power the things that we say, oh, it couldn't be that, has. Because it is. Not always, but, you know. When you narrow down what's going on and you've done everything else, it's that one thing that you say, oh, it couldn't be that, right? It's that one place that key is in that you can't find. Or that $50 bill you stashed somewhere, it couldn't be there. You look there and there it is. That's not the way I remember it. That's ding ding. That's the answer, right? Here you go. What's the truth about the past? What is it? What is the truth? What is the truth? Ace of Swords. Clarity. If not when? If not now, then when? Truth about the past and what you need to just get rid of. Boom, here comes your tower. Yeah. It's I think when you see what's really there, that's when the tower falls. But it's coming. There's no way to avoid it. We all have to do the work. This is about the deception. You know. So, it's not only deception by others, but deception from ourselves. And that yeah, we all have been doing that. We all have been have a lot of towers. This is not unusual at this time for many of us. That's how all the swords get in our back. Is our self-deception, other people's deception, our self-deception, their deception, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Well, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe that's not really the truth. Maybe maybe it was always the truth. Maybe it was always about not really looking at it. Okay, wow. Just trying to what's the best advice that we can give Libra right now in this place where they seem to be stuck? Every time I think I conquered a major thing, then I get something that's like, oh no, it can't be it. And yeah, it is. So, and it's all, sometimes it's facets of the same rope. You know, it's like you pull it on, you get that knot out, but you still can't get that rope. Your abundance isn't flowing freely, or you're still getting stuck somewhere, and darn it, there's another knot there that you got to look at. So you got to pull it out and you know, untangle it. Okay, so what's the best advice for Libra right now that can kind of make this process easier for them? You know what? This is Sagittarius. That's the King of Wands. It's time for you to embrace that energy. For you to know how. For you to move forward fearlessly. Bing! I like it. I like it. That's what that's about. And that you are protected. And so you can achieve your full potential. You can be the person that you want. Isn't that cool? Wow. I like it. Especially like it because I have a Libra moon. Yeah, right. That moon card, that's for me too. Oh, I love it, I love it, love it. Okay, so we do 5 cards, okay? 7 of air, reverse. 7 of swords. Reverse. 7 of swords reverse is about catching ourselves in the act of our own betrayal. Wow. And in others, of course, but we know that. It's an inside job. More than we know. 2 of earth says, well, it's that juggling energy. New life, old life, truth, false, truth, lies, confident, no confidence. So, but in this picture here, she's holding up the pentacles and she's looking at each one. What does each one mean? What does it really mean? And that, I really like that. I don't know if you can see that. These are very light cards. She's got one here, one here. But she is not off balance. She's actually taking the time to look at. So, this is the 2 sides of you. Things that we're missing. The relationships that we've overlooked. If we keep things moving fast enough, we can't see anything, right? But here, slowing down to see it is the key. Okay? 5 of water reversed is great because this means we're getting past the disappointment, the pain of the relationship, the painful relationships. Okay? And this means that we're able to get well, here they're pearls, but to pick up the 2 cups that are left over, and let's get this moving, because those are the 2 cups that are right here, right there, okay? Messenger of error. So this is the Knight of Swords. This is a bringer of truth, and it's gonna, it sometimes is upsetting. It's, it's like somebody coming in to talk about the truth. It could be the information coming in to you as you as you go on your journey of discovery here. Okay. There's clarity, and it's not going to be pretty. Some of it won't be. That's why it's been hidden. That's why it's been hidden in the moon, in the darkness. So, you know that. That's why there's been the blinders on, right? But that's why the Tower is going to come. So this Knight of Swords could be the bringer of the Tower. It's the truth. However that looks, whether it's another air sign, whether it's a download from Spirit, whether it's something in the news or a wire or a message, it is being brought in by the messenger, and it's going to come in fast. So the last one here is the Three of Water. This is the Three of Cups reversed. And so when this is reversed, it's about overindulgence. Maybe we need to look at our own overindulgence in situations where we ended up in places we didn't want to be, because we just had to get out of that moment. So overindulgence and whatever, I'll leave that up to you. I'm not going to pick it apart. Okay, you guys are very intellectual, very capable at doing that kind of work. Okay, one more card here, and we'll send you off on your way for a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, watch that overindulgence. Don't end up in places you don't want to be. Know that you have everything that you're searching for in someone else, and more. Nobody can fill your cup like you can. But then you're not dependent on them. Then you can say, I don't know if I really want that today. But not because you're afraid, or not because you're controlling, or not because of... It's just because you have the choice. And you're complete. Okay, so confront your opposite polarity. That would be the things you don't really want to look at. So if you're a person that wants to be happy, 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 I just want to look at the positive things, then look, you need to look in the darkness. And if you've been too much in the darkness, then you need to look at the happy things. So if you've been in this place of towers and deception, then maybe it's time to look at the things that are good in your life. I just want you to know that she's like, there's this elk or something that's looking at her. I don't know if you could see that. See the horns or the antlers? And then she has an eagle here. So a lot of times antlers and horns are like protection, okay? It's like spiritual protection. And the eagle is the eagle eye, the eagle view, the bigger view, okay? So might want to consider what the bigger view is here. Yeah, how is it serving? How has this been serving that? Where this is somewhat justified, right? Love you, Libra. Man, you guys are complicated. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'll see you in 2020. Bye-bye.